This welcome back then to the BYD and the top NCPA. We are in the last day of the talk, 3-day talk, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today, last 3 talks. First is Western Latukadi. His son Aldat is out for a year, his wife is by Soria. The maximum number of Sabazi is also this the for assembly to take one head roof. I word that's but study, so I would say. The exhibition began in this gallery. How many years back? 6 years back. And since that they did but we'll get. So in the he was to talk mostly sustained in the photography. I don't know every city of that. It isn't exactly a small piece. In the next piece seminar, I have a thesis of Nikon and the light back in one which is the ones by those companies. By that is what would like a lecture. So if you do have any questions, please ask them after the presentation. And think what we will need to learn is about this gallery. Thank you very much. And what I told what's it.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming on a Sunday afternoon on the way from various places. I'm grateful to Mukesh Patel sir for giving me an opportunity to make this presentation on 360 photography along with videography. As a profession, I am industrial and corporate photographer and filmmaker. And this presentation is a very short one actually. And one in the sense that most of us have been exposed to photography one way or another, and since we have mobile in our pocket, very principle of photographer. What separates this 360-degree photography is that it is immersive, number one. Second, it just can't be shot with mobile, and to a certain extent it was done with the DSLR cameras, and then manually get the photographs stitched, digitally of course. And there was a time, of course, way back when it was actually done on 35 Canon in a roll with it. So I'm just taking on a short journey of the 360-degree photography, videography, the media for itself. Yeah. So as for the brief history of 360 is concerned, it goes way back actually. But before getting into what the history is about, we will have what exactly does it mean. In simple terms, it is covering the entire field of view in 360 degrees. Photographically speaking, basically we can see that, say that it is a sandwich of 2 fish-eye lenses. We know very well that fish-eye lenses give us 180-degree view, each of them. Now if I place 2 of them back to back, what do I get? I get 360, right? So that in the most simple terms is all about 360-degree photography and videography, of course. That is why all of the cameras, which are 360 cameras, for example, the one which we have here is a Insta 360 X3 version. It has 2 lenses, each of them capturing 180 degrees, and whatever is missing out is overlapped by the software. So we get at the end a 360 experience. Now with this camera we can always shoot photograph and of course the video. The camera which is on the demonstration is a X3. It is capable of taking 5.7K videos and 12 megapixel photographs. Beyond that, the latest one which is there is X4. It allows us 8K videography, and that's it as far as difference is concerned. So we don't have much of a difference, but then it is always incremental in small steps as far as the evolution goes. They're not, as somebody said, they're not much revolutions happening. There are a lot of evolutions. For example, that's what been happening with our mobiles also. Right from 2 megapixel camera maybe to bigger and bigger numbers. There is nothing paradigm shift happening. It just keeps on getting better. Whether you're speaking over Android phones or for iPhone, it is incremental, but makes a huge difference when you're looking at 5 years back. So in the world of 360 also, we have two type of basic cameras. One is the consumer cameras, that is affordable by most of the consumers, and there is a pro grade cameras also. Now here we have a typical 180-degree photographs that I clicked at now, and everybody is aware of 180-degree stitched panorama. Now this is way back in 1950s till 1980s, the cameras which were precursor to our digital age. The roboscope camera, which was invented in USA, was actually handheld, held above the head of the person who was doing it, and had a film roll inside it. The exposure took typically 1 second exposure, and about 6 inches of the film was exposed during that time. And then it was processed in the lab and so on. And then, of course, competing to the USA, we have Japan, we have One, and a camera, the Panorax, which was very different working, but then the principle remained the same. So it was rotating around the axis, as we can see the photograph. Now, the evolution, of course, keeps on happening, and now we have got the digital one, the world's first digital 360 camera, the Pano. This incidentally had 36 cameras. The demo camera which we have in this place has got just 2 of them. Now, the unique thing about this in 2050 was that this was actually tossed in air, and once it was in air, for whatever time, it used to capture the 360, which inevitably used to improve the person who is throwing the camera. So this was the beginning, but then this is the way things go at the evolutionary path. So this is the first digital 360-degree camera we had. Now we welcome the latest one, the Insta360 X4 that I just spoke about, having 8K resolution. Another very popular one is from GoPro, the GoPro Max 2. Specification remain almost the same. There is not much difference between them, nor is the cost-wise difference between them. Typically in the range of 45,000 rupees, so about $500, as you can roughly calculate. This is the third very popular one, the Ricoh Theta. So these are the 3 cameras, in fact, which are very popular as far as the consumers are concerned. Then we go to the professional grade of cameras, which is your Insta360 Pro 2, and it starts with the basic price of 4.5 lakhs. You may notice that the resolution here is 8K, which is similar to what we had for X4 from Insta360, but there's a huge difference between the two. Insta360, X3, X4 have got 2 lenses. This has got 8 of them. 8 lenses means 8 cameras, each of them capturing 200-degree field of view. So we're looking at a massive overlap of the final result, giving the results which are actually usable on very large screen, and the output of these cameras is typically used in cinematic effects. Our X3 and X4 and other consumer cameras have a range of about 30 feet. These have a very large range of 300 meters. There's about 1,000 feet. This is the one. There's another one which is costing about 13 lakh rupees. 11K is the resolution which has been offered by Insta360 Titan, and again it has got 8 cameras and lenses along with it, each of them having 200 megapixel the resolution, the straight down view. The difference between the two is the resolution, which is making all the difference, and this one has got HDR video inbuilt. The high dynamic range video is the final output which comes from this. These two cameras incidentally have slots to connect of 8 SD cards. So 8 SD cards are inserted in each of them, and the shoot is done. Later on, other software is used to do the stitching and get the final output. So this is getting a brief about the cameras which are currently available, and as I said, device division is very clear as far as the consumer and the professional cameras is concerned, price-wise as well as the applications. Going ahead, let us see a couple of them. Now this is how the Pro 2, the Insta360 Pro 2 is mounted for filmmaking on a huge drone. This weigh typically around 3.5 to 4 kilograms. The camera itself weighs. And actually the drone has to be that powerful to lift it and get the shoot done. Here we can see the Titan mounted on a robot. What does it do? It just creates a walkthrough of the fire which had taken place sometime back in California. So they wanted to create as much awareness as possible about the fire and the hazards to the environment. The best way which they came up with was have a 360 virtual walkthrough of them with him. This is another application. This is in the sports arena. A certain section of the audience which are having the VR headsets are given access to this, and they can experience this in different way altogether as compared to the rest of the audience which is there in the stadium. This is an again extreme sport, and we have got a 360 mounted VR in this fashion. So the end usage, of course, of this can be varied in many different fields. Like personally, I use it for industrial shoots, corporate shoots, and things like that. Going ahead, of course, it has got huge applications as far as the trading is concerned in practically every field. Yeah. So this is it short, as I say, as far as the presentation of the slides and the history is concerned. Yeah. Next, we will be having the demonstration, the actual demonstration of the X3 Insta360 right away. Thank you. One. All these cameras incidentally tend to be operated with a smartphone, and we got an app from Insta360 that allows us to control the camera.
I think so. You can cut it. That's it. And the TC. Got doing derails. It works. It all it's feasible. But we need to way up. I just saw that man away. We actually experienced it as to what is happening. I just storing in the found Oregon for the dance. That's glorious. To see the entire experience. And this, I pray that we got one in an inside the party to an old experience. We look up, down every day. This is court weekends. Do it. But this. I could underestimate up with single with as case. So, I mean, the video 5.7.8. Couple multiple billion pictures. There's a copy and has these cameras inside it changed. It's a big like how they go on all in I think that no longer what's the and look at that. It's only dead. Say so about if I shoot a window on 360 and
and when I sync it with it, so I can see the motion as well as I can compute losing it. Yes, I just wanted that out. So what happens to the person who has walked around? It's like now, video manages because of what little men were I'm betting that. No, never managed. No, but when I move a steady, so if me move out of the string, then you have patch. You can just go back and you see
the fun that before we gather effect into what physics see, whatever you do is, and basically the center bits, right? I void base, I can fit up, but when I start anymore, and not there, that can't see. Is here by there, so beautify the poor for the real. Seeing landscape go to that's it all.
For some living in Knuckles, the or that'll be the idea. They didn't quite sense the beam, whereas I the one like furnace where the friend did it, there was only no more we did it. As I'm getting
You did basically get that bitch all with it.
who wanted to do it. Okay,
Do which that exists, sandwiched. So that's why you get that.
the motor one the next day I did cover it.
That one was.
So okay.
So that put it take in the money. If the boy was this, but then when shown that side part which is taking up the space. We still put the footprint of cover being back big bit out.
And please then take
You fill the board way more and we have time by the biggest number. See,
which country is the best what you can
is it and with this voted
jet more tired.
yes, it's getting China out, export to USA, then we import it from TSA. That I don't get
And which whole buys cameras
no point down.
no each companies each mobile company
The Apple is good on the facility.
the situation. The point is that here
It's, I mean, you still needs just a marketing. It didn't need some.
we can't I don't know about there. They try to help you for what is that? Sending something.
so usually one canal in adding 1 inch into it. Sorry, that the first one need to show the show was made 1 inch sensor in Kapal. So all this from my basic joke I'm done. They are going for it. I was with low ones. Are they having a bigger sensor?
No,
Nothing about it. Watch it.
they were 8 things. 8 yeah, then that's 200 degrees deep of view. More than enough. All right, it doesn't good. And you do it in a port bank, come out that you use in the joy bit. They're also be about 417 millimeters. So, actually, this not required because I'm an exchange. Before you apply that, you develop having on NAS. It is very high, I mean, better edition, and the ISO is just 100 to make distant clear, low alignment on push. The status is answered. It more in the actual reasons. And of course, or the other bank, if you want to only do better than that way, which seems to be the stage below the camera and right above the camera is too big. Because when I was looking there, but when I was watching it, we feel perfectly seamless. How is that? Where is that? In ADR section. Now, so basically, what this has is it has a certain focal distance. So anything which is outside of this distance, the lens covers it, and you do not lose TI, don't lose distance to later. But anything which is closer to a certain distance to this, that will be obstructed and that will be covered by that shorted cut. So even for this, there is a stand based on say in which you can rotate this around the square up with an inclined frame. So it has got a certain length of the tripods. Anything outside of that length will get stitched organically. It does not lose TI or anything. But anything which is inside of that will require a to get repieced because otherwise the rod means so close to the lens that it obstructs everything else at all.
So that's the one the cyclist chronology.
Yeah, so like they empty percent is on several like 5 cars and cars and 360 poles. Where they were minded that they just had the power of the bike. Why would they have that long phone? So that long pole in it is then to just have that car and this thing is very close to the car, then its poly base will require to be generated by again. That's all. Which gives you a steam and just hanging in the air. Yeah. So it just makes a fold. You can't see or but
He not see it. So, on this audio, sorry, does this record the audio?
yes. It records the audio, but mostly external audio is recordings now. Audio is not the best.
Is that technical, some trail that may some other love with it, with some like a wedding for them? The plus on the that is it of the
He would occupy that it doesn't mistake not good enough for commercial purposes, I would say. Export is a captured in audio. Therefore, say visa is gender or that also, and so they take away the mics or in Poland.
How many such cameras you have? So one means. What if you show so many
Whatever is required, then we rent it for.
first I do rent it out. It is available to
Yes, Pro 2 is available for rent. For example, the Insta360 Pro 2 is available on rent. Typical rent is about 65,000 rupees per day. Titan currently is not available in India because initial investment of course is high. So depending upon the requirement.
On car price.
Yeah, 30 lakhs, so slightly more expensive than a car. But a car is a liability, this becomes an asset because it can transfer money off. Yeah, I just demonstrate a couple of other videos and then take up more questions or.
let's just ask a question.
Yes, case.
What is the advantage in doing this against the one which step 2021 and not it? As an on me the down.
Yeah.
That is like for looking inside of also the outside, right? So does this give a better
Any day.
tour price? Looked.
One advantage that you have this like over the cell phone thing that you're saying, like let's say I recorded something in the cell phone, so whatever is in front of the cell phone only that will be there, right? But in this I can, like, after I've done recording, I can move the angle to the left, right, upper, niche, that looks.
And when
And the post production you have a bunch of on
for no groups about how many here? So how about
Okay. So is the shoot me dead.
brilliant. The other part needs to go.
The actual Mahashivratri, yeah, that's me. Was my cousins. And obviously somebody has to carry the thing. Now this gentleman who is carrying the 360 camera. So then this becomes something like a documentation of the actual event which had taken place. Well, this we are actually walking on the road. The experience will be very different when you put it on a VR headset and then we experience it. This of course is always a huge difference between showcasing it on a laptop.
As it is a vast difference between experiencing this on a laptop
As compared to a VR headset. Then of course manually we have to drive the whole thing and experience it. There of course we more with our head and our body itself. So that's the huge thing. So this is one of the most powerful ways to enhance the tourism of any place. So sitting at home or preferring to experience a tourist place, any event happening and so on.
all the completely no. Of the other end. Up there, I think the link out of it.
Do you mind drop one they want to there just to see how it fits the stitch on top?
The sky.
Yeah.
Sure.
Basically, you need to have the right. The bar, I would need your take the
Same yes. and surprisingly, it captures the audio also very well.
So for this stitch in real time is not visible, but instantly but after the video is us. And
Yeah.
follow the color. How do they shoot with they are that you're doing it and funny else no produce it.
Sorry?
So you are changing the white.
Yes.
And regular video there, a specialist video there.
This is called a 5K player. 5K player. And the name of the software.
On Windows or Mac, you will require a different video there that supports 360. But on phones, you don't need a different video there to keep this. So on like Windows 360 videos are not natively supported. So like the Windows media player will not be able to play in a way that it will play, right? It will be distorted.
Going to enter not which is the
Favorite distorted and it doesn't provide that out. So you take some video player that this is a 360 video. You know, on that. Yeah, the 5K player is achieving it.
There are many actually players which are free even on your Windows platform and experience it.
And there are like extensions and plugins available for the Windows media player option.
that is the I was going to ask about the names. Yeah. So instead of like how we used to make animation and flash and if the user doesn't have a flash player, we used to give an NCPA to the fine pad. So is there a way you can give this someone more doesn't know where things can
We
be
can upload it on a website and
can in the known right.
Facebook and YouTube natively support it. Yeah, was straight away. Right? And typically, as per the editing tools, we use 360 Studio, Insta 360 Studio, which comes along with the hardware for the editing and other purposes.